You are welcome to Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, a series of cautionary tales for lovers of scream. I call this tale Big Head. But before you learn what filthy fate befalls today's child, you must promise never to try this at home, or you'll lose your head down the plug hole. Plug hole. It all started out of nothing. Sammy Slitherall was a squitty little creep who wasn't even any good at football when, passing a football stadium one day, a hand yanked him inside. "Do you want to be a team mascot for the cup final?" said the manager of Shellsuit FC. "Our one's gone sick." "How much?" said Sammy. 30 quid. Done. 3 minutes later, he was shaking the hand of Alan Catesby, the England captain. He even met the Queen. "Do you want to be a footballer, young man?" "Not really. I'd like to have all that dosh, though." The truth was, Sammy hated football, but the money and fast cars looked good. When he got home, he discovered that one or two people had seen him on the television and were keen to be his friend. "Here, Sammy, sign my little brother's face, will you?" "Get off! I don't know who he is." "Oh, let go!" "Go on, right across his big mouth." "Is this where Sammy lives?" "Yes." "Does he want to come out for a snog?" Call it fame if you will, but all the attention made Sammy big-headed. "So, you're a famous footballer?" "Yeah, well, you know, I was the Shellsuit team mascot for the cup final." "But you're good at football?" "Good? Yes. Ish. I mean, what is good?" "Well, presumably you have talent." "I have talent in one area of the beautiful game that is often overlooked." "And what's that?" "Do you want to see how far I can spit?" In his head, Sammy was a world-famous superstar, fielding offers from magazines and reality TV shows. "Celebrity porcupine wrestling? Yeah, sounds interesting. Count me in." But in his piggy bank, he had 67p. In order to look like a celebrity, he ran up huge debts on his father's credit card, buying such essential items as designer clothes, £1,000, a personal trainer, £5,000, a limousine and chauffeur, £20,000, and a pet dog called Ivor, £6.50. "What's this? A yacht in Barbados?" When his father found out, he was furious, but Sammy refused to stop spending. "Yeah, you puny mortals don't understand us celebrities. We're a better breed of person, like the gods." "Name me one thing you've done that makes you special. You can't even kick a ball without falling over." "Of course you're jealous, Daddy. Of course you want whatever I've got, but you just can't have it because you're just ordinary." "You're stealing my money." "And sounding a little big-headed, Sammy. I have to have these expensive things because if I don't, people will start thinking I'm not a celebrity." "But you're not." "Oh, forget it. I was going to ask you for money to help my career, but there's no point now." "Good, because I've already taken it." Sammy Slitherall had joined a beauty salon. To be taken seriously as a footballing celebrity, he had to look the part. And part of that part was having a dog that looked exactly like he did. They started with tattoos, moved on to haircuts, then manicures, eyebrow plucks, and a spray-on tan. Then they finished up with painted toenails and a full body wax. Which left Ivor looking more wrinkled than a football sock and slightly colder than a plucked chicken. I'm bored with you now. Bye-bye. Sammy thought he looked gorgeous and every inch a megastar. His parents, however, were not quite so easily fooled. You look like a girl. It's fashionable. For girls? No. Check out any page of Chow magazine and you'll see it's the rage. It's a complete waste of money. It's not a waste. I'm a celebrity. You're a big head. Look, fame doesn't come cheap. There are bound to be running costs. Well, not paid for by me. And that was the final word on that. As Sammy's easy money dried up, he was faced with a choice that celebrities face every day. Did he go back to looking like he'd looked before and forget about being famous? Or did he find a cheaper beauty salon who'd do the work for a fraction of the price and keep the image going? He found a cheaper beauty salon in a small, dingy back street that smelled of decay. It had a sign on the door, "The Celebrity Clinic." Then, in teeny tiny letters underneath, "For big heads who want to drop a hat size." Unable to read the warning sign, Sammy stepped inside. Hello? A man called Dr. Chu, an ancient practitioner of Chinese herbal medicine, appeared. He felt Sammy's head and explained what the problem was. Problem? I don't have a problem, I'm perfect. Not so. You have very serious case of celebrity psychosis. The symptoms are very extreme and need urgent attention. What symptoms? You have severely swollen head and your ego is inflamed. I also think you may have ruptured your modesty because I can't find it anywhere. The doctor recommended a hot mustard face wrap, which would sweat out the badness and leave Sammy's face feeling tingly and fresh. Only that wasn't all that it did. While Dr. Chu went for a walk, the heat in the wrap warmed up the hot air inside Sammy's skull. And believe me, it was full of hot air, until the pressure was so huge that it blasted steam out of his ears. This had the extraordinary effect of causing his head to deflate like a leaking football, until it was the size of a baby bee, which is generally accepted to be a slightly less than desirable size for a celebrity's head. It's him, look! Sammy was suddenly famous for all the wrong reasons. It's Freaky Pinhead! And was recognised wherever he went, which was exactly what he didn't want.